Hello again to the people of the internet. I'm in my truck this time, so my phone is situated portrait style as opposed to landscape style, so that's why the video is going to look like this. And yes, I do own two separate vehicles, because I can. So the latest thing that happened in Trump land, if you will, is we've already lost some fallen soldiers trying to do whatever the heck it is we're doing in Iran for whatever reasons we need to be there in the first place, which I already made a video where I said, basically, we don't need to be there. This has nothing to do with us. Let that be their problem so we don't have to suffer, but we already suffered casualties. So there were 6 soldiers, I believe it was, that were on their way home, deceased. And sure enough, Trump wore a baseball cap while, saluting them home and showing his respect. Well, not really showing his respect, because you're supposed to remove your hat. Or at least that's how I always understood it. When you're at a baseball game, a football game, basketball, soccer, whatever, when they do the national anthem, what do they tell you to do? Please rise and remove your hat. Any kind of a head, I assume they mean any kind of a headpiece that you have on. Whether it be a baseball hat, a winter hat, the kind of hat that's multicolored with the little propeller on top, whatever you call that, top hat, cowboy hat, whatever. Point is you're supposed to remove your hat for the national anthem because there is a certain level of respect that you give. It's if I had to guess, it's because it's the respect of showing your entire face, your entire head. You're not hiding anything. You're not trying to cover up, per se, if that makes any sense. It's this, again, I'm going to show you my whole face because I want you to see who I am. I want you to know that there's a certain level of trust and respect in me showing you my whole face in this conversation. Just like, when you meet somebody for the first time, you get up, you stand up, and you give a firm handshake. You don't just sit there and go, hey, what's up? No, you get out of your chair if you're sitting, you stand up, you look the person in the eyes and try to give them some realm of a firm handshake, because that's what you do. It's manners, it's politeness, it's respect, it's just, it sets the tone for the rest of the conversation to be had after that. So for Trump to be wearing a baseball hat while saluting fallen soldiers, right there, period, is disrespectful. And then to make it even worse, if you zoom in, he's wearing one of his own merchandise hats. So not only does he have a lack of respect, now he's basically trying to advertise his own brand by saying, oh yeah, here's one of my hats. If you didn't already know, I make hats. Could you wear one? Could you go buy one? I'd really appreciate it if you could go buy one of my hats. And then, could it get any worse than that? Oh, wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. So Fox News, apparently, I don't know how true this one is, but apparently Fox News decided to air footage of Trump not wearing the ball cap, saluting fallen soldiers from a previous point in time. So, not the actual footage where he made a mistake. They took previous footage from a previous point in time where he was outside, dressed up in a completely different outfit, without a hat on at least, saluting fallen soldiers. And they decided to air that and say, well, this just happened yesterday. Trump was saluting fallen soldiers. And everybody caught the mistake, or at least everybody else, and was like, no, Fox, shame on you. That's not nice. We don't do that. So I think what he did is disrespectful. In the presence of a fallen soldier, you should remove any and all headgear, unless of course you are a military person and I would assume there's some kind of military code that says you have to keep your uniform on at all times, blah 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 blah. Maybe I didn't look into that. So, but for him, for Trump, for the president, like, you would think somebody would have said, hey, take it off, come on, they're filming you, and that didn't happen. So now here's the updated version of this video. So I already talked about how Trump wore a baseball cap during fallen soldiers being brought home from this war in Iran, and now it looks as though they have been transported inside basically what looks like a Home Depot van, and I'm starting to wonder if that's correct or not. And it's interesting because if you go to the comments, there's a lot of people. Where was the one that I saw? Everybody thinks this is disgraceful, of course. And then there's one guy, oh, this is normal protocol. And they each get their own ceremony. This is how you transport them. These vans have special lifts as well as mounts. And then there was another guy who commented next to him or under him and was like, I worked at Dover during the Iraq War. My workplace was right behind where they performed dignified transfer of remains. I've seen this a lot. Maybe things have changed, but they absolutely did not stack caskets when I was in. They also didn't use sprinter vans or whatever these are. They did, however, use bread vans, which were necessary to transport the caskets over to the mortuary. What else? There's a lot of people that are saying this is common, but in my personal opinion, I feel like for something like this, each individual should get their own vehicle. Unless I'm just completely wrong and I don't understand how this works, I just personally feel like there's just enough money in the budget somewhere that each of these persons should get their own vehicle instead of just being stacked on top of each other. So let me know what you think. I guess let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Is there something that I should have looked up and read? Is there a code or whatever? Does he get a pass? Because I don't think he does, but